Hey crafty friends, Kim from stampingandperfection.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm here with 7 Kids Craft Store with their October release to share some Christmas cards with you. Today I'll be using 3 little stamp sets. I will be using these cute little fairy angels, the gift of love, the gift of peace, and the gift of joy. So I'm going to make 3 different cards, and I'm going to keep them very clean and simple today. Just because sometimes at Christmas time we need very clean and simple cards. So I've cut out 3 different backgrounds. This one I die cut with the cross stitch canvas die from Altenew. This one I cut out with the Gina Marie Designs. I don't know what the name of this particular cover plate is, but it's got stars on it. And then I have just a plain sheet of paper, which I'm going to put a couple of scored lines on, and I'm going to do that at 1.5 and then 1 3/4. So I'm just going to have very little decoration in the background. So I'll have those 2 scored lines, and I love the way they look. It's just a simple little touch to add. It'll keep your card clean and simple, but it'll be easy to do and quick. So the first thing I'm going to start out by doing is stamping my little the little angels here. So I've got a couple sheets of just scrap white cardstock, and I'm going to pull these little fairies out, and I'm just going to do the fairies. This little fairy has a little like musical staff behind her with some musical notes. This one has 3 little stamps you can use. You can use those to do like backgrounds or just add little touches. And then the other one has a little bird, and that I will use, the little bird I will use. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ink these up, and you're going to see that I moved my paper over after I placed the things. So I'm going to end up stamping this and then realizing, oops, need to do that again. Luckily paper has 2 sides, and that won't show through, so I'm just going to stamp it on the back. And I'm using the Altenew Obsidian Detail ink because these are outline stamps, and they have kind of fine lines, so I want to use a little bit of detail ink. Now I should have hit this with a heat gun, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start color. I'm just going to show you the coloring on one of these. So I started out with E77 for this little fairy, and I'm just making sure I'm doing the darkest color around the hair, around the right hand edge and the shirt sleeves of the arms, and around the right hand side of the legs. Then I took E71 and went right over the top of that E77, and I'm going in with E11 just to brighten it up a little bit, but it's not as dark as I would like it to be. So I'm going to pull out the E44, and I'm going to go back over that, and I'm going to pull that dark color out just a little bit farther. I went around the nose, and then I pulled the E77 out again just to create those dark highlights. And now I pulled out the E71 and just filled it all in. And I have to always remember to finish the hands and the legs and the neck, because I often forget at least one of those, and the ears. And you can see here I forgot the ears. Forgot to finish the ears. I'll come back and do that though. But that E11 gives the face a nice bright color. So I want this little fairy to look like she's got curly hair, so I'm starting out with W3. I'm just adding dots. That's all I'm doing. I'm doing a stippling technique. And I did the same thing with the W5, and I'm trying to leave a lot of white space there. I don't want to fill this all in until the very end. So I went with W3, W5, then W7. Then I'm going to go with my darkest color, which is W9, still leaving a lot of white in there, and just stippling and making dots. And it's okay to overlap the dots or cover the dots, but now I'm taking that W3 and I'm going back over it to kind of blend those colors together. And I'll use a little bit more W7, a little bit more W9, and that will complete it. And it looks pretty curly. I really like the way that always ends up looking. So I'm going to pull out my favorite red combination and my favorite green. I'm just going to use this one color of green to fill in those little tiny like holly leaves in her hair. That's G29. I love that color. And then I'm using the R59 for the headband and the little berries inside. And I'm just going to hit a couple areas on her sash with that R59. I come back in and go over the R59 with R27, then R24, and then I fill in the spaces with R21. Usually I use R20, but my R20 is completely dried up. So I'm just going to go back with the darker colors until I get to the darkest color, just to, really emphasize those shadows. And that's going to complete her little sash. And I'm going to give her little feet, I'm just going to do R59 and R27 because I want to give her red shoes also. Then I'm going to take some BV with 4 zeros, BV 4 zeros. I'm going to color in the wings. I like the wings the lightest blue, so sometimes I use B with 4 zeros. And then I'm going to just give some shadows here. And here you can see the ink was still not dry, that black ink I used. So it does smear a tiny bit, but that's okay. It sort of emphasized. I was just trying to make little shadows. So now I come in with the C1 and I pull out that BV 4 zeros. And then I use C00 because that'll pull it into the white nicely, just to give her dress a little bit of interest. So in order to make it look white, you have to add some shadows, and that's basically what I've done. So for her horn, I used Y28 and let's see, what was that other one? Y15. And that is going to almost complete the little fairy. I just like to add a few dots. This time I'm going to use that G29, and I'm going to use my R59 just to create a few dots. I put more dots closer to her body and then fewer dots as I move out to leave the end of the wings mostly that very light lavender color. I also add white gel pen dots to that too. And that will complete the little fairy. Now I'll move on to the next one. So I'm going to color all of those fairies, and I'll put the hair colors. Did everything the same way except the hair and skin colors, so I will add those below. But one final touch I want to add, these little fairies need some glimmer or glitter, and I'm adding some clear Wink of Stella just to give them some little sparkle, because fairies should have sparkle. So here you can see I did that little bird, and for that bird I used B14 and B04. I just kept it very simple. Like if you are going to do coloring on your cards, you want to keep it simple so you actually get your cards done. I mean, most of us send out a lot of cards. My family alone is huge, so I'm always sending out like 50 Christmas cards. And I know there are people who send out more. Now you'll notice that I also cut down those fairies. I cut them into little squares and rectangles depending on the orientation of the fairy. Like you'll see there are two fairies that are more rectangular vertically, and then this little fairy is more rectangular horizontally. So I'm just adding some of that gel pen in. I forgot to do the sparkle on her wings. I think it makes the wings look sparkly, so I like it. And then I'm going to add that Wink of Stella in there. And this Wink of Stella has lasted me a long time. I can't believe how long I've had it. It's getting really raggedy, but it's still working. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cards together, and I need to make my sentiments. So to put my cards together, I want to put these little gals up on some foam, but I'll start with my base. I cut my bases at 4 1/4 by 11, and I score them at 5 1/2. Then I'm just using the double-sided sticky tape to attach those to the card fronts. And here I have some Sizzix little foam pieces that have sticky material on both sides, and I just cut those down and put them on the back of each one of those fairies and added them to the front of the card. Now I've already stamped and embossed my sentiments in white embossing powder. I put them on black because I just like the way that looks. And I'm pulling out some really thin, these are foam strips from Stampin' Up. I've had them in my stash forever. I think this is my very last package. These work really well for sentiments, and they're very thick, so it pops them up quite a bit. And I'm sorry I'm a little out of camera range here, but I'm just going to pop those up onto each of the cards. And I'm just checking to see which fairy is which here. So this little fairy is the Gift of Love, and I'm putting this below her. There we go. I'm putting this below her. There's lots of different places you can place it depending on what you like the best. I'm going to put this one right below the little popped up fairy panel. And then for this one, I actually want it on top. I think there's enough room there that I won't be covering up the fairy. I was trying not to cover up the fairies. This one I'm going to put on the fairy panel, but again centered below the little fairy. So to finish off these cards, I want to add just a tiny bit more sparkle. So I'm going to pull out some very old rhinestones, and I'm going to add 3 little rhinestones to each one of these little fairies, and that's going to complete my card. I'm going to keep it that simple. I will put the links to all of these stamp sets below, along with the other 3 stamp sets from 7 Kids Craft Store that were released this October. I shared a video a week or so ago with the Santa's Helper. I shared a couple of cards with that, so I'll put those below, and I'll put links to their Facebook group as well. So thank you so much for watching. Stop by my blog at stampingimperfection.com. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel while you're here. Have a great day.